Well, one of them this weekend, Bills, Texans. But the question is, will they get exposed? Over a week ago, Josh Allen said it's fun and a wonderful thing when you got a bunch of guys that don't care about stats, close quote. That was after the Bills had won 3 straight games. Well, those 3 straight games were against the Dolphins, the Cardinals, the Jags. They got blown out by the Ravens when they faced a team that had some stars on it. Another team got stars on it, the Houston Texans. Shady, you've been so passionate about this question. I can't wait to hear your answer, viewers. You are in for a treat. You say, Shady, teams need superstars.
Yeah, superstar league.
The Bills don't have a ton of them anymore. Do you think the Bills get exposed versus the Texans?
I think they get exposed on experience and talent. I truly mean that. We look at the Bills' 3 wins this year. They're 3-1, right? They played the Cardinals, who are not that good of a team. Dolphins, no Tua, not that good of a team. And Jaguars, not a good quarterback, not good of a team. But then they lose to the Ravens, really good team, a lot of talent, and they get smoked by 25 points. So when I see that, I'm like, man, why is that? So I go to the tape. When I watch the Ravens play, they show, listen, we're not going to do too much. I have a complicated game plan. On offense, our players are better than your players. We're going to run this ball. We're going to be physical. And you're going to know what we're doing. We're going to let Lamar Jackson be Lamar Jackson. We're going to let Derrick Henry be Derrick Henry. That's what they did. On the defense side of the ball, they was real simple. Listen, our guys are better than your guys. You have one superstar we have to worry about and a bunch of guys, right? And I think James Cooks is emerging to this superstar. So I'm going to put him in the category with him, the offensive line, and Josh Allen. Yeah. But if you watch this game, they said we're going to play man coverage. We're going to make Josh stay in the pocket. That's how we're going to beat you. Did it work?
Yes.
It worked. 25 points win. So as I look at this game, it's like, yo, I need to see, because I think we have good coaching like Sean McDermott. You get away with not having as much talent. But it comes to a point where I need my superstars to be better than your superstars. That's the Andy Reid rule. That's the Andy Reid law. And look at the Bills. They don't have enough on offense. Yeah. They don't have enough on defense. So I think they will be a good team, but I don't see them being the successful Bills that we're seeing in the past because they don't have that superstar power.
Right now, I'm encouraged by the Buffalo Bills when I watch the tape, even in that 25-point loss.
Wow, let's hear this.
Because I seen Keon Coleman win on press coverage. Bop, drop the ball. But then I seen Josh Allen come right back to him. 2 tough catches. Moss ball, 50-50 type catches that he made on press man-to-man coverage. So it's showing me that, hey, the young fellas can win versus man-to-man coverage, and we will be all right if we catch those passes. But if I don't see it again this week, we talked about last week, bad game or bad sign.
Yes, sir.
Right now, I'm encouraged because I believe it was just a bad game. In the AFC, we can put our money on it that the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans are going to be playoff teams, really good football teams in the AFC side. If you lay eggs back-to-back weeks against 2 playoff teams, now it's a bad sign for me. And now I'm going to say maybe they do not have enough to compete with those playoffs teams because they don't have these superstar players. Right now I'm encouraged because I've seen the young players make plays. So it's a bad game for me. But it's going to be a bad sign, and I'm not going to be encouraged if they go out here and lose to another team. I believe that's going to be in the playoffs in the AFC.
One question, though, James. You ever watch tape, right, against a good team, and nobody scares you on tape?
Yeah.
So the rest of the world, yo, you see this team, they're 3-0. They're really, really good. They're having a good start. This, that, and the third, right? All this stuff, check marks. All TV's talking about it.
Yeah.
But then as a player, you watch the tape every day. Hours and hours and hours of film. And you like, wait, hold up.
Yeah.
The team that Acho keep talking about on TV, yo, I watch them on tape. I can't wait to get to the game. Yep. So my question is, have you been in a situation like that where, yo, they look great on paper, but when I watch the tape, nobody on the field scares me and I can't wait to play them?
Yeah, no question. And to be honest with you, it happens like that with good players. Average players are bad players when you turn on the tape. Yeah. I remember, that's a good question. I remember going into the Super Bowl against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and all they kept talking about was Troy Polamalu in the defense, one of the best safeties to ever play the game, which I agree on. Him and Ed Reed, argue with your mama, right? Our game plan, go at 43.
Come on, man.
Go at Troy Polamalu.
How did that work for you?
Whoever's on Troy Polamalu, ball goes there.
How did it work for you, James?
Greg Jennings scored on him twice. That's where the ball was going. We exposed Troy Polamalu in that game. But listening to Acho and Shady and James and Chase on the TV world, they were like, they're going to struggle with this defense. But we like, no. We go. So I understand
use that same logic. to the Bills. That's all I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. So I need to see it more than one game, though. You know what I'm saying? That's for me. If I see this happening consistently, then now I'm going to say, hey, man, trade. Who out there? 1-7?
Shout out to Palomar. That was shots fired. Bang, bang.
That's all good. Hey, we all know. First ballot Hall of Famer, he like that.
Yeah, you go to the film, and I don't think the Bills are going to get exposed against the Texans for one easy reason. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say the Texans are. Texans are a good team.
I can see that. I can see that.
Okay, they've barely beat the Bears. That's probably their best win all year. They barely beat the Colts. They got lucky against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, you watched the tape, should have beat them. And they got absolutely steamrolled by the 4-0 Vikings. So the jury's out on the Texans. So for me, it's like you look at the defensive side of the ball for the Texans. They got Derek Stingley Jr., Will Anderson. Derek Stingley is
And Daniil
Hunter.
yeah, but Derek Stingley Jr. I'm just saying from the
One of the best in the game right now.
He's one of the best in the game. What's the scheme? What's the scheme that DeMeco Ryans runs? It's a too high safety look. Quarters keep everything in front of you. It's not this man-to-man coverage like the Baltimore Ravens ran. And the Ravens didn't do it. Make no doubt about it, the Texans are going to test.
They're going to play some man, though.
They're going to play some man. And that's why I think coaching and Joe Brady, this is what. You can't get exposed back-to-back weeks, Joe Brady, because we were talking about you, especially me, about how good of an offensive coordinator you are. You have to find ways to get your guys open and to scheme it open. Every locker room that I've been in where there haven't been as good of playmakers or a superstar playmaker, let's take, for instance, the 2009 to the 2012 Saints. Lance Moore, receiver. Devery Henderson, receiver. Marcus Colston, receiver. None of those made Pro Bowls. And Drew Brees is thrown for 5,000 yards over and over and over again because of scheme. That's what I feel this Buffalo Bills team can be. Josh Allen, to me, can be that guy to put you over the top. But you can't get exposed from an offensive scheme.
Marcus Colston, he's from Harrisburg.
He never made a play. No,
I don't care about Pro Bowl. I know that. I heard that. But he also he was a legit receiver.
Oh, dude, I play with him. He was our number one receiver. I love him.
What I'm saying, I don't see Marcus Colston over there with the Bills. Do you?
No,
not yet.
No, I'm just saying I see it like that, where your offensive coordinator Sean Payton is scheming
I feel that. I feel that. Because that's a good point, though. Because he has a point. I mean, Sean Payton is a lot different than Brady for sure.
Yeah.
But
you got to scheme it up. But Joe Brady learned under Sean Payton.
But not only that, though, we know it's a copycat league. Yeah. So I understand the Texans is too high, but if they just turn on the tape of the Baltimore Ravens and they see, man-to-man coverage, he getting into some man-to-man.
You're going to see after this game if the Baltimore Ravens subscribe to the blueprint for beating the Bills.
But what I'm saying is you need to expect that. Yeah, all I'm saying is what is the best thing an offense could do versus man-to-man coverage versus the defense?
Pick routes.
And bunch formations and stack formations. Because get in here trying to play man versus that and communicating through that. It's going to be dudes wide open. So now you got to help.
But you play defense, though, right? So let me ask you this, though. So if we normally don't play man, we play cover fours, carry everything in front of us, et cetera, et cetera. But we watch on tape to this great team.
Strapping up. If they sorry, it don't matter. Because man-to-man's the simplest coverage you can actually call.
They don't got the defenders, though, that the Ravens do. That's what I'm saying. From a defensive back.
Right.
The Texans. From a defensive back.
Derek Stingley and Kamari Lassiter, I like better than Wiggins out of Clemson. He is. What's Nate Wiggins out of Clemson?
Yeah. He's a much better player than Kamari. Much better.
I don't know about that.
I love this show. We gonna see. Oh, I can't wait for that one. All right, we return. Going back to the quarterback room. We got the Ravens. We got the Bengals. We got Lamar. We got Burrow. Which quarterback do we? Jones, Cowboys owner, landed a helicopter on the field during practice, like interrupted practice to land his helicopter. This is the Cowboys way, says Dak Prescott. I can't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I mean, y'all see the images. I mean, they're in practice, and the man landed a helicopter. Wild, wild, wild.
I love it.
Jerry. You know what's crazy, though? And this is not the Springer Show. My thing is, like, how could you hate Jerry Jones? Look at that, though. Like, listen, at the worst scenario out, I know you don't like it. That's like motivation. Even you can own the Cowboys. Like, okay, Jerry, that's lit.
Say it again.
That's lit.
Even you.
Only you. Even you.
I can already tell by the look on your face you don't like it.
All he needed was a glass of champagne.
Yeah, he probably had it.
Hey, boys. Hey, boys. Hey, good job, Dak. Hey, good job, Dak. Zeke, I know. Hey, I still love you, though.
I bet he has a caviar, too.
Is that Micah? How's the ankle, Micah?
Hey, Coach Mike, how you feel about him?
Coach Mike.
Interrupting your practice coming.
Interrupting your practice.
Your practice.
My practice.
Who owns the Cowboys? Jerry Jones.
Coach Mike, how you feel?